Hi everybody, this is Lynn from Mamas.got.plans, and I'm back with another plan with me. This week we're doing a little bit of a rewind. I'm actually planning for the week before Easter, and I'm going to be using this kit from Little Miss Paperie. This was actually gifted to me by my friend Tanja. So it's in glossy, which I don't buy glossy, but I absolutely love it. And especially with this kit, it just made the colors really, really stand out. So I'm going to go through my usual bottom washi and sidebar routine. And during my last plan with me, I asked if anybody had any questions that they wanted me to answer. And one of the questions that was left was about working out and how to find motivation. And I think this is a great question. I think as many of you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, we own a business here in town called Athletic Republic. It actually started out as a training facility for youth athletes, and then this year we actually opened it up to adults. I'm not a trainer. I just literally take classes, but I've always done some type of exercise or, some kind of training, just because, in high school I used to be an athlete, and it's just something that I do. My husband obviously is very much into fitness, and it's kind of always been a part of our lives. That being said, I definitely am not always motivated. And, that's where this question comes in. So my advice would be to kind of find a routine that works for you. So, for example, this year I kind of made a big discovery. I had always thought, okay, I've got to work out in the morning, get it over with, and then kind of move on for the rest of my day. And for me, if I had something to do, or just, any little thing would kind of get in the way of that workout, especially if it was in the morning, because I didn't, I would wake up and think, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do on my list. I can't possibly just leave that, let that sit there while I go spend an hour or so in the gym working out. So what I recently discovered is that working out in the evening is something that works for me. And the reason it works for me is obviously I bring my boys to our training facility to be trained, and then a lot of times I will actually just quickly run them home. I'll have dinner already prepared for them, so I just heat it up, and then I will run back. And by the time I get back to the training facility, it is time for the adult class to start. And, my boys are older, so it's okay for them to stay home by themselves. So that is something that has been working for me, especially because it's a good way for me to actually see my husband. Otherwise, I would never see him. He actually works a 9-to-5 job elsewhere, and this is something that we own, and he's there in the evenings and on weekends and stuff, but he works a 9-to-5 elsewhere. So that's what I've discovered. So you have to kind of find what works for you, what works in your schedule. Your quirks. If I have a friend who, she's too tired. She doesn't want to work out at the end of the night. She has to do it in the morning, but she's kind of struggling. She's struggling to find the time and the motivation to do that. And also, since we're all planner girls, putting it in your planner. And you'll see that especially for this week, I kind of switched things up. I used to just put it on the actual day that I worked out. But I switched things up. Like in my sidebar, you'll see that I actually use the Monday through Sunday tracker to write down what workout I do that day. And it's just a way to make myself accountable. It's kind of out there. And so, you kind of have to also have a goal in mind. For me, I have several communions and a wedding coming up in May. And so I have those kind of dates in my mind, and you know, I want to look good in my dress. So that is something that I do. And then once that passes, I'll have another goal. And, you know, because just kind of putting it out there, like, I'm just going to do this for the rest of my life, that can be a little bit overwhelming. So kind of breaking it down and giving yourself short goals is also another way to get yourself motivated to work out. So I hope that helps anyone out there that is looking for motivation. You know, finding someone to help you be accountable, finding a partner out there. These are all great ways to kind of get that motivation when you don't really have it yourself. Because I'll be honest, as much as I do work out, I don't love it all the time. I feel great afterwards, but yeah, like this morning I took a 7 a.m. class, and let me tell you, it's Saturday, and I did not want to set my alarm for, you know, 6 o'clock to get up. But I did it. I got there, I made it through the class, and, you know, now I'm feeling good afterwards. So, again, I hope that helps. And I love that, you know, some of you left some questions for me. So please do that again. I will definitely answer them in my next plan with me. Okay, so now getting back to the actual planner, you can see with my bottom washi, I did add in some Simply Gilded washi. That actually just came the other day in my March subscription box, so I wanted to add that in. I thought that would work well. On the sidebar, I was having a lot of trouble because, again, like I mentioned, this was gifted to me, and it did not have the ombre heart checklist that I'm so used to using. And so you'll see this week I really had to think. I also had to use a lot of whiteout because I had to use just the heart checklist and just write on my actual planner for my to-dos. So that was interesting. But for the sidebar, what I ended up doing was putting a full box at the top like I usually do, along with my habit trackers. I then used a thicker piece of washi and a workout sticker. And like I mentioned, I'm doing the Monday through Sunday. I am tracking my workouts. And then on the bottom, I ended up just putting another full box. Because I didn't have that ombre heart checklist, I couldn't put like a weekly to-do list there. So I just thought I would fill the rest of the space there with a full box. And then I put in my glitter headers here. I'm just alternating. And then I decided to put the weekend banner down here in the bottom, at the bottom of the day in my washi. I kind of like the way that that looks. Yeah. So now moving on to Monday, the first thing I'm going to do, like I normally do, is mark Coffee Monday. I'm using this sticker from Paper and Milk, as well as a little Tofu the Panda and a coffee cup from that is from Stick With Me Shop. Sorry, I had a blank there. After that, I am going to put down a glitter header, and I also did not have any headers or little things for this kit. I don't know if this is Little Miss Paperie's version of a mini kit. I'm not sure. Like I said, it was gifted to me. So it definitely made me think outside the box this week and kind of change up the way that I normally plan, which I really appreciated, because sometimes you can get like a little bit stuck in a rut doing the same thing over and over again. So that to-do header, or the little word to do, that's actually from Bookish Planning, right? Bookish Planning. Sorry, I'm having a blank. Yes, Bookish Planning. And I kind of just made my own header there, and then I used a 3-heart checklist to mark down my to-dos. And that little glitter laptop is something that was included in the kit. And now here I am, I'm just trying to figure out spacing of things. Again, it's just, this week really was challenging for me because I kind of had to figure out how I wanted to space things and do things, because it wasn't just my usual routine of just sticking down my stickers. So I had to think about that a little bit. So I put down a quarter box and then a little shopping bag from the kit, and then I just wrote down Marshall's because I wanted to stop by and see what kind of Rae Dunn goodies they had. And then I used this second half sticker. As you saw, I just cut off the little icon that was with it. That is from Love Shira, and I used an asterisk sticker from the kit because I needed to make sure that I post my second half of my previous week because I was doing a collab with someone. I then used a glitter header and this beautiful full box here to take up some of the day, and then in the evening I used like a label sticker to mark down an AR session for my boys. I used a cute little munchkin from Once More with Love, and then here I am. I'm just going to actually use a pizza sticker. I think I was going to use this little knife and fork, but oh my god, it was tiny. It was so small, and I just thought it was really too small for the space, so I used this little pizza slice here to mark down that we had forte that evening. And then I'm just checking off a few things before I move on to Tuesday. So the first thing I'm going to do for Tuesday is put down this full box. And then after that, I am going to use a quarter label, and I'm just going to place it here at the bottom. I wanted to mark down that my cleaning service was coming that day. I used this adorable Fox and Cactus cleaning girl sticker. She's got the ombre hair. I love her, and I thought that the ombre hair worked really well with this kit. And I just wanted to mention that I'm using a special pen because these are glossy stickers. It's a marking pen that I got from AliExpress. It works really well. I love how saturated it is. And then on the regular Erin Condren paper, I am just using my usual Paper Mate Inkjoy gel pen in the 0.7. So I did have a couple of headers in this kit. It came on one of like the functional sheets. So I used a today header there along with one of the larger heart checklists to mark down just some things that I needed to get done that day. And then I'm using another quarter box and then this $2 Tuesday balloon sticker from Bubba Bear to mark down that I placed a $2 Tuesday Bubba Bear Studios order. It was, I believe it was her first $2 Tuesday, or at least the first one that I've seen, and she had some really adorable like little mixed sheets, and I really wish that I would have ordered more than just one set, because they are so cute, and these are, I think they're designs that aren't in her shop. So yeah, oh my gosh, they're so cute. I just got them yesterday and they're adorable. So after that, I used a Rainbow Bunny Co. sticker to mark down that I had to go get groceries. That grocery run is from a Love Shira sticker. Again, I just cut off the icon and just was using the script word. At the bottom of the day, I wanted to mark down that my youngest had baseball practice inside, mind you, because we are still covered at this point. I don't know if we were covered in snow then or not, but yeah, the fields aren't open, so they had it in the gym, which was kind of funny. And then I used a emoji sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark down that I had a YouTube binge. And then I just wanted to, I had to pick up some medication for my dog, so I just wanted to use that little script bottle sticker from Bubba Bear Studios on the side. And then moving on to Wednesday, I used a half box up at the top, and that little sick girl is from Odd Loop. I woke up so sick on Wednesday. Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. It kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was so concerned because, you know, obviously spring break was coming up and Easter. I ended up going to the health food store, and I don't like taking antibiotics. They kind of mess with my stomach, and I've had some not such great side effects from them. So I went to the health food store. I didn't want to go to the doctor, and they gave me this kind of like this dropper full of stuff. Well, they didn't give it to me. I bought it. But they were like, try this. It really works. It was alcohol based, like literally based in alcohol. I'm like, oh, what do you mean alcohol? And she's like, oh, like vodka. But apparently that preserves the herbs in there, and it also had like apple cider vinegar in it. Oh my gosh, it tasted awful. It was so gross. But you know, she suggested that I take it a couple times a day, and I gotta say that I was feeling better. I mean, I kind of, wasn't great on Thursday, but kind of pushed through, and it really definitely cut down on whatever was going on. So I don't know. I'm definitely, I don't know if anyone else out there is into like the health food store and that kind of, I'm definitely more, especially recently, trying to, not use conventional medicines and try more holistic medicines. But anyway, I just thought that was funny. I was going to give it to my oldest, was not feeling well either. And when he saw my face, he was like, there is no way I'm putting that stuff in my mouth. So anyway, after that, I used my usual, not my usual, rather, I used my little to-do makeshift header there that I did on Monday. And I used a heart checklist to mark down some things. And then I used a half box to mark down that I purged some clothes. I was kind of switching over closets. I had a lot of trouble. You probably would have seen that while I was talking. A lot of trouble figuring out what I wanted to do there. But I ended up using a little tofu, the panda from Stick With Me shop. And then after that, I put down a glitter header and a full box. And then at the bottom here, I used another quarter box because I had a little bit of a Hulu binge since I wasn't feeling well. That TV is from Stationery Heaven Co. And then at the bottom of the day, I marked down a lift session for my boys. And again, I'm using a little workout munchkin from Once More With Love. And then moving on to Thursday, I put down a half box, and this hair appointment girl is from Bubba Bear Studios because I got my hair cut and colored. After that, I put down another glitter header and a full box because, that took up a good portion of the day. I do end up switching out that glitter header. I initially put down the dark pink, and then later on I do switch it to kind of that golden color. After that, I put down a to-do header. Again, I had a few headers in the kit on the functional sheet, so I kind of split them up. And then I used a 3-heart checklist to mark down some to-dos and a little laptop sticker that came with the kit. And then at the bottom, I kind of had a little bit of a planning session. So initially, I put down this glitter header, but you'll see I end up moving that because I didn't like the way that things turned out. I put down a quarter box at the bottom of the day to mark down that I had a YouTube binge. A lot of times when I'm planning, I'll just put YouTube on in the background, and I use this little munchkin from Once More With Love holding the YouTube symbol. I didn't like the way that I wrote planning time. It was really bothering me. So you'll see I took out the glitter header. I moved up the desk. That desk sticker is from the Coffee Monsters Co. I love it. I think it's called like Planner Girl Desk. And then I ended up using a planning sesh sticker from Bookish Planning. And I'm not sure. I think this is one that I had her do custom for me, but I think it might be in her shop now. And that is the end of Thursday. So moving on to Friday, it was the first day of our spring break. So I wanted to use a no school sticker. That one is from, I think it's from Let's Plan It. I'm not sure. And that little bow paper clip is from Sparkly Paper Co. That was a tongue twister. After that, I put down a half box and then this celebrating Van Sticky Chibi Girl, and I'm just writing here spring break starts. Our spring break was actually cut short. They took away Thursday and Friday of the following week because we had so many snow days and they needed to get the days back. But even though we weren't going away, I decided to keep my boys home. They convinced me. They were like, Mom, no one's going to be in school. And I knew that, they weren't going to be doing anything. And they had each only been absent, I think, like one day for the entire year so far. So I just let them have their whole spring break. Because otherwise, I think that they would have been really mad at me. So anyway, after that, I put down a glitter header, again with the little to-do sticker from Bookish Planning and my 3-heart checklist with my to-dos for the day. And then on this day, my husband and my oldest actually went down to the DC area for the grand opening of another Athletic Republic. My husband just wanted to support another franchise, so he took my son down there. And I stayed home with my youngest. And then I'm using a little flag sticker, and then I'm not sure what this sticker is supposed to be from Bubba Bear, but I painted my dining room that day, and it kind of looked like a paintbrush to me, or it could be a mop. I don't know what it is. I really don't, but I don't have any other painting stickers, so I used it as if it were kind of a paintbrush, and I just I wrote down paint dining room, and then I added and decorate because I did redecorate a few things. And then at the end of the day, I just used a full box because that pretty much took up most of the day. And then moving on to Saturday, I used a But First coffee sticker from Love Shira. Again, I cut off the icon that was there. I do love the icons that she has, but this kit had such soft, like more muted pastel colors, and her icons are very bold. So I just wanted to add something different. So I used this coffee cup from Stick With Me Shop. I then put a to-go header and a 3-heart checklist to mark down that I had some things to do. We went to, my youngest and I, we went to Target, Macy's, and Michael's. And then we went to the mall, which I haven't been to the mall in forever. But he wanted to go to, I think, like GameStop or one of those stores. So yeah, we went there, and I just wrote time to shop and used a little emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then I'm using a leftover utensil sticker from Bubba Bear, and I'm marking down falafel because my son and I, we had falafel at the mall. I love falafel, and there's no place really around here that sells it except for this place in the mall, and they make their own hummus and pita, and it's so delicious. So I just marked that down. And then I kind of moved down to the bottom of the day. I used a quarter box to mark down that we watched the Final Four. That TV sticker is from Bubba Bear. And then I used a munchkin from Once More with Love to mark down again that we ordered some pizza from our local pizza place. And then I did want to mark down that my husband and my oldest came home this evening. They came home pretty late, but they wanted to be home before Easter the next day. So I used a glitter header and then just this travel emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that. And then on Sunday, I used this sleep-in sticker from Paper and Milk, and that pillow with the eyelashes, I believe that is from Lovely Rose Prince. I then used a quarter box with this little frap sticker from Bubba Bear. I love this sticker so much. Oh my gosh. This was on a sampler, but she did just recently come out with a whole sheet of these, and I love them. But we grabbed some Starbucks before heading to my mom's house for Easter, so I just wanted to mark that down. I then put down a half box, and sorry for the long pause here. I was looking for stickers, but I wanted to use this kind of excited or happy bunny from Rainbow Bunny Co. because I thought, hey, it's Easter, so bunnies work. And I'm just writing down that we spent the day at my mom's house. And then I am going to use a glitter header and then this full box. It says the best is yet to come. I like the sentiment, and I thought it was very appropriate for Easter Day because it feels like a new beginning and a renewal. And then I moved down to the end of Sunday. I used a half box, and then this emoji sticker is ginormous, but it was on the sheet, and I wanted to use it up because I've used so many on that sheet already, and it's just so funny because it's like this giant emoji head. But anyway, it's watching TV, so I just wanted to write that we just kind of had a little bit of a chill out and watch TV time. And then I was going to use a checklist, but I actually didn't need all 3 spots, so instead I used these little like circles that come in the kit, and I just again made a little to-do header for myself and marked down that I just did some laundry while we were watching TV and kind of just cleaned up for the rest of the evening. And here is a look at my completed spread. I'm just filling out my sidebar. I'm sorry for the glare. My studio lights are not the best. I'm actually looking into some other options, but I'm kind of holding the page up a little bit to get rid of that glare. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.